Good morning. My name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm the author, an addiction recovery coach, a life coach, and a host of this show, the Take Your Life Back Today radio show, in combination with the YouTube version video on YouTube at Take Your Life Back Today show. Samuel L. Jackson. Let's talk about the details, past drug use, and how he got sober. And this is directly coming from him. I'd be getting high since, 15, 16 years old, and I was tired as hell, Jackson said in a new interview in one of the local newspapers. Years before he was getting paid millions to shout profanity at strangers on the silver screen, Samuel L. Jackson was a teenager with a drug addiction. A former Black Panther, one of the workingest actors in Hollywood, and a child of a segregated South, the 7-year-old oozes tough guy cool, but in the month's Hollywood Reporter cover story, the vaunted Pulp Fiction star got real and raw about his past and what finally took to overcome his addiction. The whole time I was using, sure, I had a good reputation, he said. I showed up on time, I did my lines, I was great. But there was something that was keeping me from getting to that next place in life. Talking about his years of addiction before and in the early years of his career is not something he shied away from before. But his latest interview offers difficult details about what rock bottom looks like for a man worth millions of dollars. Jackson initially got into drugs in the 1960s when a professor introduced him to acid. From there, he went on to heroin and cocaine, and finally, when the crack epidemic hit, he turned to rock. Soon that became his drug of choice, and throughout the early days of his acting career, he managed to balance the two. Smoking crack consistently outside Broadway theaters, he was feeling good at the time. But it all came to a head one day when his wife and daughter found him lying face down on the kitchen floor. A mess of drug paraphernalia splayed out around him. They demanded he go to rehab, and finally he did. I'd be getting high since, 15, 16 years old, and I was tired of it. That's what he told this magazine. His first sober role was playing a person with crack addiction, a Spike Lee offered him while he was still in treatment. All the people in rehab were trying to talk me out of it, he said. You're going to be messing around with crack pipes. All your triggers will be there. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, quote, you know what? If for no other reason than I never want to see you, the profanity again, I will never pick up another drug because I hated another profanity. The role, playing Gator in Jungle Fever, nabbed him a Best Supporting Actor award at Cannes and captuated him and compelled him towards stardom. That same year, he met Quentin Tarantino, who would later write his bloody cult classic with Jackson in mind. It was that counterculture hit that won him an Oscar nomination and still brings him a constant new crop of fans. It's the kind of movie that every year I gain 3 to 4 million new fans because kids get old enough to see it for the first time. They think it's the coolest thing they've ever seen in their lives. My friends, call me at 844-405-HELP. Together we can help each other take our lives back. And remember, be good to yourselves and be good to each other. And a simple smile to a total stranger can change their life and also change your life. Learn from Samuel Jackson that you can live without drugs and still be great. May God bless each and every one of you. We'll talk to you tomorrow. And take good care of yourself. God bless you. Take care. Bye-bye. And remember, God loves you.